Okay, so this is video submission for week 7. We're gonna walk through the setup for our abdomen MRI. First off, before we go into the scan room, we gotta demetalize ourselves, check for phones, wallets, keys, any type of jewelry, any ID badges or bobby pins we may have, filler pockets for loose change, etc. And then so for the setup, we gotta make sure to we gotta disinfect everything, all high touch surfaces, doorknobs, the scan table. We gotta get the clean the pads, disinfected paddings, ready the clean linens and cases, and then we gotta get the coil that we'll be using. And then for the coil use, we're gonna be using the phased array abdomen coil or the torso coil, and positioning for the abdomen is gonna be supine, either leg first or head first, depending on the site. And then for our laser landmark for the abdomen, it's gonna be the xiphoid process just right at the sternum. Oh, and for the setup, we gotta make sure we have to provide the patient with hearing protection, proper padding, and the emergency squeeze ball so we can communicate with them. So for slice angulation and coverage for the abdomen, we have to we gotta cover the cover from the dome, which is the top dome of the liver, through the inferior of the liver or kidneys, and then field of view, it should include the entire abdomen and or soft tissue. That's for the axial free breathing. And for the coronal breath hold, slice coverage should include all soft tissues of the abdomen, and field of view should include dome of the liver and the kidneys, and sometimes to the iliac crest of the pelvis. And then for the axial breath hold sequence, we're gonna use the coronal breath hold to know where the liver will be upon inspiration. And then our slice coverage is gonna cover from the dome of the liver and the kidneys. Field of view should include all soft tissues of the abdomen. And then the power injector, I guess we cannot hand inject because our timing has to be precise, and we got to start imaging the same time when the injection starts. And then for some ways to make sure contrast injection for it to be safe, we gotta use sterile syringes. We gotta make sure that there's no air in the tubing, and then we gotta leave the tubing out. And now We're gonna walk through the setup for the routine pelvis MRI. Again, before we walk into the scan room, dementalize, check for keys, phones, wallets, bobby pins, ID badges, any jewelries we may have. And then we gotta make sure we have disinfected all high-touch surfaces, doorknobs, MRI tables. We've disinfected and cleaned our paddings. We gotta get the clean linens and pillowcases and clean coils. And then we gotta make sure to provide our hearing protection for the patient, the proper padding, and give them the emergency squeeze ball for communication. What coil is used? So for the pelvis MRI, we gotta use the PA, phased array, abdomen or pelvis or torso coil. And then patient positioning is gonna be supine, feet first, or sometimes techs may have patients their arms placed on their chest. Laser landmark is mid pelvis. Laser landmark. Describe the angulation coverage for the axial, sagittal, and coronal pelvis. So for the axial sequence planning, our slice coverage, we gotta cover from the iliac crest through the ischial tuberosities or through the pelvis soft tissue. Field of view should include the entire bony pelvis and possibly adjacent muscular fascias, depending on protocol. Angulation should be perpendicular to the L spine. Coronal sequence, we gotta cover through all the bony tissue, and then some sites would include soft tissues as well. Field of view, including the entire bony pelvis, right above the iliac crest to under the ischial tuberosities. And then we're gonna angle it between the hip joints to try to create a true coronal. Sagittal sequence, cover through all the bony tissues, and then we're gonna angle between the hip joints